Dear Daily News Report viewers, after watching this video, you can reach the video we shared previously by clicking on the top right button. The main topic of the previous video was about mega economic collapse for Americans. We recommend watching, subscribing, and sharing. Thanks in advance. Now, we lost up to 33.5 million jobs. In just 7 weeks, the United States economy was completely reversed, and the figures are unlike anything we've seen before. On Thursday, the Ministry of Labor announced last week that 3.17 million Americans made the first request for unemployment benefits. This raises the sum to 33.5 million for the crisis, and this figure definitely overshadows what we witnessed during the last recession. And as I discussed yesterday, even mainstream media admits that millions of jobs will never come back. Yes, some Americans will now return to work when the crashes are over. But for now, job losses are predicted to continue to exceed earnings from workers returning to their former jobs. In fact, a leading economist told CNBC that it will take until mid-June that the number of Americans making new claims for unemployment benefits falls below 1 million every week. At the current pace, the week claims numbers should fall below 1 million by mid-June. According to Ian Shepherdson, chief economist at Pantheon Macroeconomics, we are very hopeful that June will see the beginnings of a rebound as states begin to reopen, Shepherdson said. To put this in perspective, the all-time record for a single week before this year was just 695,000. So even when we hit 1 million new claims every week, this will still be a disastrous level. And the truth is that these numbers do not even tell the whole story, since state unemployment websites are so overwhelmed. There are still a lot of unemployed Americans who have not been able to successfully claim. One of these unemployed Americans is Rosalind Gurria, who lives in Florida. Rosalind Gurria lies in bed each night, waiting for her cell phone to display 7:30 a.m. when the Florida Unemployment Office opens and calls, aching for answers, searching for help. All night my eyes are open, she said. 5 o'clock, my eyes are open. I call at 6 o'clock and the office is closed. I call at 7:30 and boom, all lines are busy. Every number they give me, I try, but they are always busy. It is called day by day and still has not been successful. There is not a single penny for now, and there are 3 hungry children to feed. Gurria, 36, has spent 13 years changing sheets, picking up dirty towels, and scrubbing bathrooms as a housekeeper at the Fontainebleau Hotel, the iconic Miami Beach resort. At night, she would do the same at the Cadillac Hotel and Beach Club, an Art Deco resort a few blocks away. Both those jobs vanished on March 23rd when the hotels were forced to close because of the COVID-19 pandemic. With 3 children to care for, she has not seen a nickel of unemployment benefits or federal relief money. Can you imagine it was in his condition? If there are little ones attached to you, it can be the overwhelming spirit to provide absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, job losses continue. This week, many large companies announced the layoffs to the public. The layoff announcements by larger companies continue on a daily basis. Yesterday, Uber announced that it would lay off 3,700 people. Halliburton announced that it will lay off 1,000 people at its corporate headquarters after having already laid off thousands of people elsewhere. The Natural History Museum in New York City announced it would lay off 450 people. It's a loud and terrible drumbeat. Thousands of smaller companies are laying off people without media attention. If you assume that the United States economy will return to where it was before, you can forget about it. In fact, Michele told Bloomberg that it may have been more than a decade for United States employment to return to the levels we saw before this epidemic. JP Morgan Chief Investment Officer Michele predicted it will take 10 to 12 years after the pandemic for United States employment to get back to its pre-coronavirus level, insisting it won't be as simple as turning the economy back on. No, it's not that simple. It's going to take years or longer to get back to where we are or where we were, Michele said on Bloomberg. When asked if reopening would be as simple as turning on the lights. Ladies and gentlemen, an economic depression looks like this and will be with us for the foreseeable future. Of course, Congress certainly did not help matters when they created a large, fat, juicy incentive to make people unemployed. I absolutely do not understand why the Congress would do such a thing. If we had chosen at least a few people who could be discreet about this institution, returning to the economy, we continue to gain more evidence that we are in the midst of a complete economic boom every day. For example, in April, we learned that Class 8 truck orders dropped by 73% compared to a year ago. Almost every corner of the economy is slowing down considerably, and this will lead to more layoffs in the coming months. As I discussed yesterday, 52% of all small business owners expect to be unemployed in the next 6 months, according to a survey. Traditionally, small businesses are the primary engine of business growth in this country, but now they will fail at an unprecedented rate. One of these failed small businesses belongs to wedding invitation designer Emily Rose Asher. I have such respect for people who create a job out of nothing and gradually feed into success. But now the fear of COVID-19 threatens to kill millions of jobs. In other words, millions of hard-working Americans are about to see their dreams rise into smoke before their eyes. It was a tragedy of almost unimaginable dimensions, and I wish it did not happen. But this is happening, and the really sad thing is that if we had made many different choices, all of them would have been avoided. Dear Daily News Report viewers, to produce better quality content, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and comment on our videos. Thank you. Most of the idea, comment, information and criticism containing in these videos have been created by Daily News Report. Before making any important investment decision, use the information contained in these videos as a starting point for conducting your own research. If you make any investment or legal decision, it is advised to consult an expert before making this decision.